What? What do you mean it's our turn to choose?
Well, this is it. Our ground forces will engage in a decisive battle with the enemy's main force in the Dracolegacy Desert. If our army wins this showdown in military might, we'll be just a hair away from total victory. We've still got some work for you too, so don't slack off now.
This mission will be referred to as Operation Desert Arrow. The operation will be spread across the entire northern part of the Dracolegacy Desert. Its final target is at two separate strategic positions: the Field HQ in the northern region of the mission area, and the airfield in the western region. A bomber squadron will attack the field headquarters, while the Army 1st Tank Battalion will advance toward the airstrip. Your mission this time is to protect both units from defending enemy forces. This operation is spread out across the entirety of a wide command area. You'll be up against a large number of enemy forces, so choose your opponents carefully. Don't try to take on all of them. Destroying a certain number of enemy forces within your allotted time on station will be considered successful completion of the mission. Operation Desert Arrow commences today at 10:50 hours.
Man, this is ridiculous. I can't believe they chose our next mission with a damn coin again.
This is Thunderhead. Captain Davenport, how many times do I have to tell you to cut the chatter?
Thunderhead, this is Rosgrease 3. Roger that.
What did you just say?
Our target is the enemy's Field HQ. Initiating bomb run. Viking 1 is support fighters. Requesting escort to target.
Hawk Division, begin your advance. Target enemy airfield. Attention Air Force. Requesting close air support for our unit.
I feel like a waiter taking orders in a packed restaurant.
Yeah, someone please put some roller skates on my feet.
We'll be alright. We got the Sand Island Squadron above us.
Sand Island Squadron? You're the heroes of the Rosgrease Straits? The Sand Island Squadron is here. This operation is going to succeed.
This is Viking 1. Enemy fighters closing in. We can't take them on by ourselves. Somebody get rid of them for us.
This is Hawk 1. Presently under attack from enemy fighters, attackers, bombers, helicopters. They're throwing everything at us. Do something! Our bombers are taking fire. Where are the escorts?
This is Viking 1. Looks like the enemy fighters are gone. Returning the previous flight path. Captain, did I ever tell you about my brother? I have an older brother. If he's okay, he should be participating in this operation. Which squadron's escorting us today? It's the one that sunk two of those giant subs. Guess we can rely on them.
Numerous enemy bombers approaching HQ.
Watch your engine and fuel gauges carefully. Escort squadron, we need some help here, quick! We have to keep these bombers protected.
Destroy as many vehicles as you can. We've got to reduce their firepower.
We gotta open up a path for the ground forces.
I can see the ground pretty well, and the bandits too.
The enemy's coming! A whole pack of them!
Radar lock! All right, the enemy's battle formation is falling apart.
Fox 2! Fox 2!
Enemy tank battalion advancing. We're rolling in hot to attack them now. Fighter squadron, shut them all down! Don't let them get through!
What are you gonna do if our HQ gets wiped out?
Don't take them on alone. You'll be throwing away your life. Splash 1 fighter!
Moscon 2 through 7 descend.
Watch out for SAMs and AA guns down below.
Look at all that ground fire. I've never seen anything like this before.
This is Hawk 1. Looks like the air attack's finally over. I think we can take it from here. I better thank those Air Force pilots later. Visual confirmation on the bombers. They've got fighter escorts too.
I can hear bullets hitting my plane! We've got a full belly here. We're counting on your cover. Report all battle damage immediately.
Are those the guys? Yeah, no doubt about it. The Rosgrees.
If a missile hits you, you're in for a grand cremation.
Sure is a tough road to the enemy HQ. Flying through all this fire is messing with my nerves.
Enemy plane sighted. Watch out.
They're coming from all sides. We're gonna get shot down before we reach our target. We must eliminate the threat or this operation will fail. Let the 4 wings of Sand Island handle this one.
You think the Rosgrees are really those Sand Island pilots? Enemy planes targeting this area. Is it him?
I'm sure glad the demons of Rosgrees are on our side.
This is Thunderhead. Operation proceeding smoothly. Victory is just a matter of time now. Continue sweeping up the remaining enemy forces. We have a sit rep from advancing Allied forces. Listen up, War Dog.
This is Viking 1. Everything on schedule so far.
This is Hawk 1. Currently under light enemy attack. No hindrance to our advance.
You got that? Keep up the close air support. Over.
Our air-base defenses are weak. If they press on us, we don't stand a chance. I didn't hear anything about having to deal with these monsters.
The desert heat is robbing the ground forces of their mobility.
Will we complete the mission in time at this pace? I hope you're right. If we get bogged down, it'll affect our allies' advance.
Our target's still up ahead. Don't give up here. Bombers! Bombers incoming! We got no place for the tanks to hide! Damn it! They told me the enemy wasn't gonna deploy any planes!
Sounds like you guys were misinformed too. Just sit tight and pray for some air support.
Are these guys all that's left? Bad news, Roscott 1. Those guys are the Rosgrees.
Hurry up and shoot them down! They're gonna wipe us out of the sky! A shell exploded right in front of me! That was close! That was a close one, huh? Kid just bagged one! Never thought we'd be flying this far out. My little brother's flying up there.
Is that Lykrin? He's in the Sand Island Squadron?
Yep, I'm real proud of him. Take care of yourself, Hans.
If they break through here, they'll reach our HQ in no time.
Locked on.
The area's too wide. We'll be spreading ourselves too thin.
Missile hit.
I hate to be thinking like this, but I can't help feeling like we're being used again.
Stay focused, though. We may not have the air support we had before.
Say, kid, do you recognize those voices from below?
That army unit. They were in Operation Footprint, too. I'm glad they made it this far.
Okay, guys, same drill. Don't pay any attention to the captain's orders.
Damn it! We're just sitting here taking the hits.
Our allies are taking significant damage. We must hurry.
Captain Nagase, don't overdo it.
Thanks. I'm all right now.
The guys in the air keep saying that the Rosgrees are up there. You're kidding. Really? Oh no! They're penetrating our air defense zone!
This is rough! Now I remember why I hate defensive fighting. Don't leave formation. The enemy will just chew you up. This is Viking 6. Fire in the cabin!
Don't be fixated on the ground. We have enemies in the air, too.
Man, this shaking is fierce. I feel like I'm dancing with my plane.
The demons of Rosgrees, huh? Hey, we could come up with a nickname like that. Nah, to end up with a name we can't live up to. The bombers are gonna fly over our heads! Damn! Oscar 4 didn't last a minute against them.
If they attack all at once, we won't be able to cover them.
This battle's too spread out.
Not bad. Aren't you glad I taught you everything you know? Well, maybe half of everything. Wait, so what about the other half? Hey!
Grim, watch my back.
Got it. I'm covering you.
Warning, the enemy's locked onto you. Radar lock.
Idiot! Is the heat melting your brain?
Shack on the target.
Oh, that's good. They're using their altitude difference to fence them in. Too bad they're not on our side. Can you find your brother's position on the battlefield, Grim? Sir, we can't pick favorites. Everyone down there needs our help. Fine, then everyone down there's your brother.
Mechanical parts discovered in destroyed enemy facility. We'll have the ground forces retrieve them later. Blaze, Fox 1.
This is unthinkable. Come on, crash! Crash and burn!
Kids, enemy kill confirmed.
What happened to our SAMs? I haven't heard a peep from them. They were destroyed already! Those bastards!
We have a sit rep from advancing Allied forces. Listen up, War Dog.
This is Viking 1. We managed to get through the enemy fire.
This is Hawk 1. We're taking some hits, but we're still good to go.
You got that? Continue support. Over.
I see it. Tally ho on the enemy field HQ. Okay, on final for bomb attack. Everybody ready? Here's the last one. Make it pretty. Well, did we hit it?
Get a hold of yourself. We have the advantage here.
This is Viking 4. Bombs away. Aim carefully. Dropping right on top of the enemy captain. Fox 2, Fox 2. We won't get another chance at this. Stay cool and make it count. They're firing from the ground. You guys are amazing. You got us through all that flak. Captain, the deployments in each position appear to be very heavy. Should we concentrate our firepower? This is Archer. Roger that. Adjusting position.
I see the airfield. Prepare to fire. Let's give them a taste of their own medicine.
Direct hit on enemy HQ. Repeat, confirm bullseye on enemy HQ.
If they can set foot on the enemy's home base, then it's as good as ours.
Look at all this anti-aircraft fire.
Drop everything you brought with you. Pickle! Pickle! You're the same as always, huh, Nagase? Nothing ever gets you down.
Yeah, thanks.
Incoming shells are starting to blanket the area. We can't compete with the weapons here. We should just surrender.
Blaze's missile hit the target.
Enemy facility confirmed destroyed.
Flash 1 fighter.
We have a line of sight with the enemy vehicles. Get as many planes in the air as you can while they can still take off. The enemy's on the runway. Our planes won't be able to return to base.
Warning, the enemy's locked onto you. Radar lock. Missile hit.
This is Viking 1. Bombing run on field HQ complete. All right. No point in sticking around. let's go home.
We can't move.
Roger. Mission complete. Returning to base. Escort fighters, thanks for all your support.
I'm telling you, Kit could single-handedly turn the tide of this war. It's almost scary. The tanks have made their way out onto the runway. It's hopeless. There's nothing we can do. I feel like I'm in a sauna. I've probably lost a good gallon of sweat by now.
How are things going down there?
We're losing all our base facilities. It's all over. All the parked planes were shelled and destroyed.
Shack on the target.
As long as they're here, we can fight with peace of mind.
Radar lock.
I'll hit the anti-aircraft vehicles. Captain, you hit the tanks.
You want to switch? That's fine with me, too.
Chopper, are you all right?
I guess I'm more delicate than I thought. I was fading out for a while there, but I'm still good. Whoa, he's firing!
Locked on. This is Thunderhead. Enemy AWACS detected. Destroy it and maintain our air superiority over the battlefield.
Target hit.
Eliminate the enemy air power and secure air superiority over the area. We need all your cooperation to refuel everyone safely. This airspace is dominated by enemy forces. Be careful. Here it comes. That's the boss, right?
Attack the enemy AWACS and refueling aircraft first.
Okay, let's go. It's not a very tough plane, but it can be a real pain if it's not on your side.
Yes, I know what you mean.
Provide cover for our retreating ground forces. That is all.
We have to shoot that down if we want air superiority.
Z-Need 11! They're right on my tail and closing! Help me! I'm not in a position to support you. You're on your own.
The enemy escorts are confused. Now's our chance.
Damn. One of our planes just disappeared on the radar.
Chopper, check 6.
Whoa! How'd that guy get there? Help! I can't go up against these demons! Don't chicken out. This battle hasn't been decided yet. Damn it! I've never seen maneuvers like that before. These guys are good. They're more than I can handle. We're done for. There's no way we can win. Man, Kid's skills are well beyond my reach already. We'll stay here and continue resupply operations. Rosgrease at 10 o'clock.
Enemy AWACS shot down. The enemy's air forces are falling apart. All right, mission complete. Return to base. Blaze, begin landing checks. You're cleared to land. Turn right. Miles to touchdown. 2 miles to touchdown. 1 mile to touchdown. You're coming in too fast. Slow down. You're pretty good, Blaze. Stand stand by and prepare for your next sortie.
Operation Desert Arrow was a success. Yuktobania's field headquarters and the airfield both fell to our forces. The Osean Army is advancing quickly on all fronts, and enemy forces in the northern part of the Jalachi Desert are on the verge of being annihilated. The ground forces, fresh from securing the Jalachi area of operations, have set off for Kruik Fortress in their quest to liberate Zinigrad.
Our ground forces have scored a major victory. If we can destroy the fortress standing in our path, we'll open a road to the capital of Yuktobania. Then we'll storm the heart of the enemy. We're holding a peace ceremony at a stadium in November City. Our vice president will be giving a speech to rally the citizens. Now, you've been asked to do a flyby above the ceremony. Don't screw this up! You should consider this an honor and do your part to boost citizen morale. This is the vice president we're dealing with here, so consider this a guard detail as well, and be prepared for anything out there.
Your mission this time takes place above November International Stadium, a gigantic 70,000-seat arena located in the center of the city of November on the southern coastline of Osea. Vice President Appleruth is giving a speech there, and you will be conducting a flyby above the stadium as part of the production. You can return to base at 17:30 hours, the time the speech is scheduled to end. After the flyby, remain in formation and conduct a combat air patrol in and around the stadium until that time. This is a ceremonial flight, but you will be fully armed in case of an emergency. Don't forget to patrol the airspace surrounding the stadium, too.
I'm proud to be able to fly like this.
This is a ceremonial flight. Watch your manners, kid.
Everyone, form up and don't stray apart from each other. Okay, Blaze? Great. Let's begin.
It's time. Begin your ceremonial flight.
Formation. Blaze, hold the center of the formation. We should be able to cram together a little closer. This marks the end of your flight. Good work, War Dog.
You wouldn't expect any less from this group. We were really smooth up there. of Osea, please lend an ear to this broadcast. As your Vice President, I stand here on behalf of the President of Osea. Listen to your fellow countrymen, cheering before me. They are filled with anger against Yuktobanya, and they swear that they will not drop their weapons until Yuktobanya has surrendered. Now, I ask you to listen. Listen to me!
Great. Here comes the thunderous applause. Thoughts endless in flight, day turns to night. That isn't exactly rock and roll, you know.
Who cares? Hey, they want to get along with the enemy too, right? Man, this song's got soul.
This is Thunderhead. Approaching enemy formation confirmed. War Dog, engage them.
Stadium in sight. Secure the airspace until the Goverzon squadron arrives.
Tally ho, enemy fighters.
Are we the only allies here?
McNeely Air Force Base tried to scramble fighters, but the runway was blocked after someone crashed on takeoff. I'm calling for reinforcements now. It'll be 6 minutes before the nearest squadron arrives.
Roger that.
So we're on our own until then?
Hey, wait a minute. Bro, they're still singing. Why aren't they evacuating the stadium? Where's the air raid siren?
Are you saying the enemy's invaded this far inland? Are you sure those planes are headed for this stadium? How could they time this so well? Were they listening to the speech too? Is this the Yuke's way of expressing their opinion of the speech?
We're being pushed back.
Damn, I forgot to keep track of how many planes I shot down. One ain't shot down. Damn Rosgrease.
Your objective is to keep civilian casualties as low as you possibly can.
Our allied planes will deal with the unknown aircraft. Start escorting the crowd. We'll evacuate the Vice President through the boiler room on the eastern side.
Open the entrance gates. Get the people on the first floor out that way.
Once they're out, get them as far away as possible. All right, let's think about our priorities here.
Evacuation has begun.
Well, yeah, but they can't get out that fast.
Why'd the Vice President have to assemble so many people here? Jeez, what a moron.
Captain Davenport, shut your mouth and take out those enemies.
Aye, aye, sir. Now you're talking.
Captain Davenport, how much longer do you think we can hold them off?
Till the very end, you idiot! We've got to protect these people!
4 minutes until reinforcements arrive.
Just as we were briefed, there's only 4 of them. That may be enough. These are the Rosgrees, after all.
I feel like we're being sent to die as some sacrifice.
Somebody go up to the front of the line and guide everyone out.
Can you evacuate the VIP boxes first?
Mayday! 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 I've been hit! The enemy's all over my back today. Are they singling me out or what?
Warning! You're being spiked by enemy radar! Box 3! Box 3!
I thought this was gonna be an easy job. Damn it!
Our air defense system's a wet paper bag. How can the enemy penetrate so far inland?
Fighter shut down. 3 more minutes.
this is Chopper. Are the reinforcements close? Roger, I'll hang on a little longer.
Enemy aircraft shot down.
You request backup from the local police.
Fighter shot down.
Wow, real dogfight. I kind of wish I could stay and watch. Too many, there's too many!
We can't make it. There's too many of them.
Hang in there. 2 minutes until Allied reinforcements arrive.
Okay, I'll get ready to pass the baton. Attention all units approaching November City. I guess they had us going too.
What? Who is this?
That was a pretty good drill they got going. Anyway, drill is over. Return to base.
Wait! What are you talking about? ACCM! Restore communication link!
The Allied planes aren't coming. What's going on?
Reinforcements are on the way. Just hang in there. Damn it! None of the bases are responding to me. What don't you understand? There's an air battle above the stadium. Blaze, Fox 3.
The Vice President has already left the stadium. There's still people in the general admission seats. Who's evacuating them?
New enemy formation detected. It's a flight of enemy stealth fighters.
Are they inbound to the stadium?
They're dead set on crushing us, both physically and politically.
Horizon 1. The sky isn't sanitized yet, but go ahead and begin your attack. Roger, 1. Commencing attack on the stadium.
Are you alright? You've been hit.
Nah, it's nothing big. I'm not wounded. I ought to be able to keep this plane in the air a little longer. Besides, planes are expendable, right, kid? That's it, kid. That's the kind of line I expect from a captain.
I can't confirm their position from here. You'll have to detect them visually.
I see them. They're over there. We can't defend the area with just 4 planes.
Chopper, can you bail out?
Well, that's kind of difficult right now.
All airborne aircraft, do not return to base. November City is still under attack. This is not a drill. Repeat. All enemy stealth fighters, confirmed destroyed. We've called back the Allied fighters.
A little too late, man. There goes the radar. The circuits are closed.
Look, forget about it, Chopper. Just bail out. Please, bail out!
Okay, guess now's the time.
This is Thunderhead. Captain Davenport, are you all right?
There's the stadium. I'm dropping the plane over there.
Roger. Now get out.
I can't. The electrical system's all messed up. The canopy won't blow. The ejection seat's probably not working either.
Don't give up! Chopper, keep trying! Chopper!
I'm gonna miss that voice.
Damn it. I hate to say this now, but there's a second enemy wave approaching. All units, engage. Right now, you have to fight if you want to survive.
These guys are no
demons. We can take them. All right. Engage the remaining enemy fighters. Enemy reinforcements inbound. We should separate from the fight soon.
Thanks for holding out for us. The reinforcements are here. Enemy planes retreating.
We just got word from the ground. Except for a few injuries and the confusion following the evacuation, there were no civilian casualties in the stadium. He was a model fighter pilot to the end. Join me in saluting Captain Davenport!
Vice President Appleruth escaped from the stadium in his personal vehicle. Despite the late arrival of reinforcements, civilian casualties were kept to a bare minimum. The Yuktobanian fighters' ingress route is currently under investigation. Captain Alvin H. Davenport, who lost his life in the battle, is no longer with the team. He has been granted a posthumous 2-rank promotion.
Look at that wreckage. I'm amazed they're still making them like this.
They?
This looks like a standard fighter jet, but it's actually different. They've done a lot of things to reduce the number of parts and cut down manufacturing costs, without sacrificing the plane's strength and performance. Very cost-effective. You could make 3 planes for the price of 2 this way.
Who's this they you're referring to?
North Ossia Grunder Industries, formerly the South Belka Munitions Factory, run by the Belkan government.
But Ossia has taken over that land now. South Belkan technology is being used for Ossia. Why does Yuktobania have this?
Good question. Actually, speaking of Belka, Ossia recruited some Belkan flying aces after the war 15 years ago to strengthen our Air Force. You know about this?
No. Really?
An aggressor squadron comprised entirely of Belkan aces, our old enemy. Well, that's the rumor anyway. Even an old fox like me isn't sure they exist. I bet the current administration isn't even aware of the story.
Before the Ossian ground forces can proceed into the Yuktobanian capital of Sinigrad, they'll have to deal with Kruik Fortress directly in their path. The robust defense of this fortress has stalled the advance of our armies for the past 5 days. If this situation continues for much longer, it will give Yuktobania time to complete preparations for a counterattack. We need to take the fortress and enable our ground forces to reach the enemy capital as quickly as possible. To do this, we will launch an air attack on Kruik Fortress. Our last attack sortie fell prey to their anti-aircraft guns and air defense fighters. Deal a decisive blow to the fortress and its surrounding air power, and support the ground forces as they penetrate the complex. Open the door to Kruik. The day of Sinigrad's liberation is near.
Pilots, check your plane and prepare for refueling. 1 mile to refueling craft. 500 yards to go. 100 yards to go. Blaze, maintain your current flight path. Perfect, Blaze. Commencing refueling.
Able. Today we're gonna do it. This is Able. Don't be stupid. Can't you see that wall in front of us? We're getting air support from Sand Island today. Roger that. I'll tell everyone now.
Lieutenant Colonel, the enemy sent this message to our armies.
This fortress will not be captured. Go back to your country. All right then. Let's finish this up quick so we can get home to our families. Allied forces in the air, listen to me. If the ground forces are wiped out, this operation will fail. We need to place top priority on eliminating the threat to our ground forces. We're counting on you.
Edge engaging.
Watch out for enemy planes. We're dealing with the Rosgrees here. You know the Sand Island squadron above us? Supposedly they're the Rosgrees we keep hearing about. Radio intercept team! Does the enemy have something hidden up their sleeve? Our air support's from Sand Island, so don't worry about a thing. It's down to us or them. Hey, Morozov, I got a bad feeling about this. Be careful. Not again. Didn't you say that last time? I see it. The Colosseum is still in operation. This is the third attempt. Remember, there will be no fourth time. Enemy ground forces advancing. Another large-scale offensive. This is the third time. Our turret's been blown off. We can't maneuver. King Cobra, get out while we can still provide cover. This not ready for takeoff. Remaining aircraft will follow shortly.
They're blocking the way, and they're hungry for blood.
If we break through here, the capital's just ahead. Sorry, no visitors allowed. Run along home now. Damage report. Puff, Adder, and Mamba teams heavily annihilated. Remaining force at 70%. Allied planes overhead. This is the Fer-de-Lance Armored Brigade. Requesting orders to penetrate the fortress. All right, roger that. Air support is with us. All Fer-de-Lance units, forward! Captain's vehicles are in enemy fire and exploded. No survivors. Puff, Adder, Huntsman, and Taipan teams all destroyed. We got just a handful of men left. HQ to 1st Platoon. Move forward. Here they come. I've been waiting for this. All right, this is where it counts.
HQ, we're broken through the southern fortress wall.
Roger. Nice work.
First barrier cleared. Wow, in record time, too. Three troops over here. Prepare for anti-tank battle. They have a grid view on all sides from here. They can target us no matter where we are. This fortress has turned out to be full of surprises. Keep your takeoff rolls short. Begin launch. Climb as steep as you can the moment you're airborne. Use max throttle. We'll get shot down before we even make it up. It's too dangerous. This is the only way. You've got to carry out your mission.
Enemy planes taking off from Fortress Runway. They're sending reinforcements to launch a counterattack.
This is Vista 1. Commence attack.
Targeting the Rosgrees and the enemy strike craft.
Fox 2! Enemy tank confirmed destroyed. Just looking at this makes my stomach turn.
Concentrate your fire on the gate.
I was sure I was gonna get skewered by that missile. Enemy facility confirmed destroyed. The attack's growing more fierce.
Sam, confirmed destroyed.
We can't give up our air superiority here.
These are the aces of the Uke Air Force. I can't shake them off.
We're completely trapped here. What are we supposed to do? This is Tarantula. We're halfway through the fortress.
If things keep going like this, we just might pull it off this time.
Enemy tanks advancing out of Fortress Gate. pilots are good. They've got some sharp moves.
It's them! They're back again!
Their attacks are so deadly, it's frightening. I can see how they'd be like demons to the enemy.
Our ground forces are inferior. They might just overrun us this time.
Looks like we'll be able to enjoy the new year with our families, thanks to Sand Island.
Lure them over here. We'll attack from both sides.
Wrong! This guy's good!
HQ, we're at the northern fortress wall! We're breaking through! At this rate, we'll be able to make up for all that lost time.
They're up to the gate. They're almost there.
This is Hercules. We're at the fortress exit. Should we go outside? Please advise. Roger. We'll break down the gate. Thanks for your instructions from above. Good luck to you. Bust through here like you're gonna run all the way to Cinegrad. We're pushing them back all the way to Alred. Defense network destroyed. Damn it! These guys are unstoppable. I've heard of the 4 wings of Sand Island, but I only see 3. Don't you know? Only good little boys can see the 4th one.
AA guns confirmed destroyed.
The enemy's been hit hard too. We can still push them back. If they break through here, it's all over. Give it everything.
AA guns confirmed destroyed!
Retreat is not an option. Keep moving forward. Go! You too, Rocky, go!
All right, come on, keep going!
Continued resistance. I can't believe they're still holding up. Enemy facility confirmed destroyed.
Get the Rosprees over here now. Our lives are depending on them.
Please let us make it in time.
Concentrate your attack on the areas of least resistance. Those guys are gonna blow away the entire fortress. Help us! It's the Rosprees! We can't land anyway. Fight on to the very end. Can't provide effective support.
Enemy tank confirmed destroyed!
We made it! Northern Fortress Wall taken down! We skewered them!
Excellent! Hey, send a message back to the enemy. This fortress has been successfully captured. We're going back to our country real soon.
The so-called impregnable fortress fell in half a day, and the momentum of the Osean army had reached a peak. Its final stronghold lost, the Yuktubanian army was setting up a barricade in the urban area up ahead. The next battle could see a lot of bloodshed, with innocent civilians caught in the crossfire. However, the men and officers of the Osean army were optimistic. They thought, as long as the 3 fighters from Sand Island were taking part in the action, things would turn out all right. They have become the center of the army's strength now.
War Dog Squadron, this is Thunderhead. Fly to the tanker for refueling. There is an Allied squadron to the east of your position. They'll guide you to the tanker for air refueling. Good work, people. We're one step away from the enemy's capital. We can win this as long as you're with us. I can feel it.
Those enemy pilots we fought today. I can't imagine how wonderful it would be to fly with them in peacetime.
Yeah.
War Dog, this is the 84 92nd Squadron. Can you see us? It'll be an honor for us to escort you heroes. Let's go home.
Yeah, but I'm still wondering what Captain Chopper was doing when... Enemy ECM! Wait a second. That escort plane. Oh no!
The 84 92nd Squadron doesn't exist!
Someone in the Army's trying to lead us into a trap. Just like back at the stadium.
Thunderhead! Thunderhead, respond!
Multiple unmarked fighters inbound. Hey, is that their voice on the radio?
You must destroy them. We can't let them end this war.
Roger. We'll surround them and attack from all directions.
The 84 92nd Squadron aren't Yuktobanian spies?
8492, 8492, 8492. I know I've heard that somewhere before. That's right. When we were helping the President's emergency landing, it was the 84 92nd who took our place.
Yeah, you're right.
We got the President, too. So that's what escalated the war?
Yeah.
We've got to tell people about this. But how? We're completely surrounded.
So we'll break through.
I'm breaking through their curtain. Box 2! Box 2!
Captain, penetrate their barrier cap and head east. Thunderhead, respond!
I've got nothing but gray on my radar. It's being jammed.
Very impressive, Captain.
It's a trap! We fell right into it! Captain, we've got to make it back. Even if we have to turn our backs to the enemy, right? Yes, we still have things we have to do, and people we have to protect. I'll only concentrate on the enemies directly in our path. The only thing we can do now is escape as quickly as possible.
Aim for the cockpit. Don't let them get out alive. Meteor 12 here. I can't control my aircraft.
We've got to evade their attack and separate from the fight. There's too much to think about. I think I'm gonna lose it.
Good kill!
Don't worry about the enemy planes. Let's just make it back home. Box 2.
Very impressive, Captain.
Don't let their moves deceive you.
I've got to shake off these enemies. Belka's behind all this. The country that was defeated 15 years ago. If this is the truth, then what was this war all about?
Missile hit! This is Archer. I shot him down.
Edge, Fox 2. Target hit!
Enemies of Belka, be gone!
to return to base and let someone know about this. Our limit engagement.
Let's hurry back home.
Would it surprise you if I said that President Harling is nowhere to be found within the capital?
Not really. The hardline war Osea is waging right now hardly resembles the peace policy the President was promoting. Let me guess. He disappeared just before we invaded Yuktobania, right?
Exactly. My journalist friends told me that nobody's seen him enter or leave the office since. All of his decisions are communicated through the Vice President. And it gets better. A lot of the military officers that resigned over disagreement with the President's arms reduction plan have started to return to the capital.
I found out something myself. That Belkan aggressor force I was telling you about. Apparently they're called the 8492nd Squadron. Also, and here's the kicker, Captain Hamilton, the adjutant base commander here, used to be assigned to the 8492nd.
What?
Oh, they're back.
There's no point in talking to that blockhead commander. He treated our president like an idiot just because he wanted peace.
What about his adjutant, Captain Hamilton?
Roger that. The captain and I will go see him. Grim, you go let Jeanette and Pops know.
Right. Be careful.
What? Nagase and the captain went to see Hamilton?
What is it? Did I do something wrong?
Let's hurry.
You got it.
We don't have time to warn the captain in Nagase. We'll have to talk to the base commander ourselves.
Thank you for coming, Second Lieutenant. I was just thinking about calling you over.
Me?
Special Forces Second Lieutenant Peter and Beagle. Or I guess you prefer Pops. 15 years ago, you and Bartlett were shot down over enemy terrain. Bartlett's Squadron HQ was destroyed, and all of its data was fried by Belka's magnetic pulse weaponry. When you made it back to the Allied front lines, it was Bartlett's word that convinced them that you were his squadron leader. Is that really true? Bartlett turned out to be a spy. So, who are you really? Can't prove anything about your military record, can you? Arrest them on sight! They're spies! Shoot them if you have to!
Hamilton's got the base commander deceived, too.
I punched that guy's lights out. That bastard was wearing a major's insignia on his shoulder.
I don't know who it is, but someone's trying to widen the rift between the two countries and keep this war going. If Osea continues to win, then the war will be over.
And they're after us to prevent that? You're kidding!
You people are the pillar of morale for the entire Osean army now.
And now you know something you were better off not knowing. The President's disappearance.
Listen, Pops, who exactly are you?
It's no good. They seized our planes in the hangars.
Hangar C in the rear probably isn't so heavily guarded.
Yeah, but over there's nothing but...
We'll escape with my training jets. Good thing I maintain all my planes well, eh? Let's try it. Jeanette, you take the seat behind me.
To a higher altitude.
So where do we go now?
We no longer have a home to return to. Attention all Air Force planes. Enemy spy elements have made off with 4 training jets and are heading north. Find them and shoot them down. Repeat, all Air Force planes.
That's Hamilton's voice. Bastard!
Guess I'll try my hand at combat maneuvering then. Excuse me while I take the lead. Follow me, people.
This is the 8492nd Squadron. We have a visual on the enemy. Engaging.
It's them!
This is Thunderhead. Roger, 8492nd. Are those guys really traitors?
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
You can believe what you want, but it's the truth.
8492nd Squadron, you have permission to shoot down those planes.
8492nd, Roger.
I'll get you guys out of here. You all stay with me now. Good answer.
That flying style. That isn't the Colonel, is it? Colonel? You mean the Colonel? The legendary pilot they used to call Hookabine the Raven during the last war? Yeah, the most infamous traitor our country's ever produced.
Is that you, Ashley? I kept hearing this name, 8492. I was wondering what the heck it was. Then you started calling yourselves the Grabok Fighter Squadron in the last war. I got sick of flying in the same sky with you. Sounds like you've strayed even further from your ideals since then.
What's that island down there? Damn it, my radar's out.
That's a volcanic island. There's a strong magnetic field all around it. Our radar's out too, so you guys better follow me closely.
The ravine is widening up ahead. What's that?
It's a scrapyard.
This is a graveyard for scrap planes. follow that? Is the 8492nd following us? I'm too busy to check my 6 right now.
Grim, you doing okay?
Yes, but not nearly as okay as you sound. The cliff faces are blowing right by the canopy! The enemy's closing from 6 o'clock!
You need to concentrate. Stay cool. Hey, you still keeping up with me? Good, that's it. Those folks sure don't seem to like us very much. Good, keep it up. You're doing great.
Whoa! That was a close one! I can't even blink! My eyes are drying up!
Relax. You can do this.
Yes, sir. Grim, don't deviate from the course. Where did you learn how to fly like this, Pops?
In many air battles long ago, my young aviator. We're diving into that cave now. Are you all ready for this? Sorry, of course you are. I guess that question was a little silly.
His flying is incredible! Pops was pulling some amazing maneuvers.
There's no way I can fly like that! I can barely keep up with him. Pops is the only guy we can rely on right now.
How's Jeanette doing?
He hasn't passed out yet. The guy's pretty tough.
This is so intense. My senses are sharp as knives right now.
I can't believe we're both flying the same type of plane. Now we're going into that cave? Whoa! It's pitch black!
Don't lose your sense of range in the darkness.
This is unreal! It's insane!
It's just barely wide enough for us to pass through.
How can you fly like that? That's not human!
Hey, easy. You're giving me way too much credit.
Stay low, or you'll graze the ceiling.
wide field of vision. Right, that's it. I knew you could do it. You've all become excellent pilots.
I can see the exit. There's the open sky on the other side.
The exit! The light's blinding me!
This is Edge. Are we still being pursued? Roger. Looks like we can relax a little.
This is Thunderhead. What happened to the 8492nd? We're seeing the traitors on the radar again.
There they are again!
This is Swordsman. I just found them. So now I just shoot him down? Exactly. He's not really our enemy.
It's a signal like, trust me, bail out. He wants us to bail out?
What say we trust him then? Jeanette, you first. Swordsman to Thunderhead. Splash 1. Tracked on radar. Kill confirmed. Just one left. This is Pix. I do not see any floating debris in the water. Image faded from radar. All planes destroyed. You'd better give me a medal for this later. This is Sea Goblin. We have found the floating remains of the destroyed aircraft in the water. I don't see any of the crew. It looks like they couldn't eject and sank with their planes. Roger, Sea Goblin. Return to base. All right, let's go. We've got a new home waiting for you.
All planes from the Sand Island detachment were shot down by naval jets from the carrier Kestrel. Likewise, all of the pilots are confirmed dead.
Captain Anderson, the man who commanded the aircraft carrier Kestrel and kept her afloat through countless battles.
Nah, I'm just a guy who's fought one losing battle after another.
However, since this war began, this ship hadn't taken a single hit from enemy forces.
This ship may be unharmed, but it pains me to see fewer and fewer pilots coming back every time we launch them out on combat sorties. Now the only pilot left is Captain Snow, the squad leader. Nobody wants an aircraft carrier without aircraft. So we're just sitting idle here.
At the end of the last war, I was assigned the mission of dropping a nuclear weapon on a city in my own country. When I refused and went AWOL, it was Captain Bartlett who took me in. His nickname was also Kid back then. He was a strange man. 15 years since the war and he never got promoted once. In my country there was a group called the Gray Men, and likely to still be around today. To them, I'm a traitor. And for the past 15 years, Bartlett's protected me from them. Speaking of which, you don't think the Gray Men are involved with the disappearance of President Harling, do you?
I've got an intelligence-gathering vessel in my fleet, the Andromeda, that's capable of intercepting all forms of communications. Recently, it picked up a secret message transmitted in Belkan. That, Colonel, is why I called all of you here.
All this intense flying's tough on an old body. From here on out, it's their time to shine. But what'll we do about planes?
We've captured a ship trying to smuggle aircraft from a South Belkan company into Yuktobania. Plenty of planes to choose from.
All right. If there aren't any objections, then I'll take command of this air operation.
We're launching a rescue operation for the President of Osea within the Principality of Belka. The communications intelligence ship Andromeda received information that President Harling is being held in Belka. The location is an old castle positioned on the southern edge of the border zone between Belka and North Osea. Sea Goblin, our helicopter squadron, will handle the direct rescue effort. After securing the area, a helicopter will descend on the castle and drop our infiltrating rescue squad. It will station keep in the air while the rescue is taking place on the ground and in the castle. Your mission is to provide air support for the Sea Goblin's rescue operation and destroy any opposing enemy forces. Choose an aircraft for the mission from the Kestrel's carrier jets and prepare to launch.
Raising pressure, 70, 80, 90, point 15, 48, 32. Confirm, roger.
Ready to go, sir. Ready to launch anytime. Fighters launch! Flight deck to all flight crews! Hurry up, we've got more coming! This is the flight deck. Roger that, sir.
Takeoff complete. Next craft, begin takeoff procedure. Catapult 1 raising pressure, 80, 90, we're in the green zone.
Check catapults. Raise the barriers.
Blaze, you are cleared for takeoff. Blaze, altitude restrictions canceled. Return to your mission. Good luck.
Captain Snell, I'll be at your 6 o'clock. It's good to be flying with you, sir.
It's been a long time since I've flown in formation.
Back in the first battle after the war began, Chopper, that is, Captain Davenport, told me you yelled at him for getting in your way. I was still sitting reserve back then.
Do you read me? You guys should have sight of the castle by now. Sea Goblin's gonna descend for an insertion. So can you take out the air defense batteries for them? Take your time and be thorough. You don't want to leave any standing.
This is Sea Goblin. Is Captain Nagase there?
Yeah. Your team rescued me from that mountain in the snowstorm.
That helicopter ride was pretty comfy, huh? Hey, you ever want to transfer here? Let me know. Hey, what happened to that motor mount? He's real quiet today.
He's not fire suppressed. We'll continue protecting the helicopter and infiltration forces.
Nixie, you guys drop first and take up an overwatch position of the area.
Boy, what a dreary place. Man, why can't we be deployed to a tropical island for a change?
This is what the end of the world must look like. Even the air over these lands is heavy from the memories of Belka.
We'll be meeting the president himself. Make sure you look sharp.
It's a dismal castle standing over a lifeless land.
I hope the president is all right.
The wind's pretty strong. Don't let our rotors hit the castle. All right, guys, move out.
Hey, we got a line back here. Hurry up and jump!
Hurry up and get going before I start shooting somebody.
An enemy ground force unit is mobilizing reinforcements.
Roger. Intercept the reinforcements and keep them from getting to the fight. I'm counting on you.
Enemy tank confirmed destroyed.
Anti-aircraft fire! They're shooting at us!
This is Kublai. Proceed with infiltration of the castle.
I'll support the invasion effort at the castle.
The stone structures inside this castle are quite impressive. It feels like there's more than just our enemies lurking in this place.
Enemy tank confirmed destroyed.
Be real careful. I don't want you to miss anything. Feels like we're playing hide and seek or something.
We're getting an unfriendly welcome from outside the castle, too. Rosgreaves, can you show them some of the same? Thanks. Teach them that it's only polite to respond in kind.
The enemy's probably detected them by now. They'll begin a counterattack soon.
Engaging enemy in the castle. They've got armored troops, too. Koval, hurry up and attack from the flank.
I've got multiple hits on my radar. Enemy aircraft inbound.
Fighter jets? Don't tell me they got their own fighter jets, too.
That's affirmative. They're definitely fighters.
Guess they use the money from Osea and Yuktobania to supply their own forces. Just protect that helicopter.
Hey, fighter jets? Where are they hiding those? We don't stand a chance against them. Hey, time for you guys to step in.
Quiet. Enemies just around the corner.
Oh no, they're targeting the helicopter! It's coming this way! Come on, help us!
Hey, over here! We're your targets, not that helicopter!
Are you sure they're all right? We just gotta trust them and wait. That's part of the job. Get 'em! We're being attacked through the skylight!
There they are! You're not getting away from me!
By the way, our helicopter's okay, right? Keep that thing safe until we get back with the president. That's his limousine. Shoot down the enemy fighters. Lure them up to higher altitude.
Hey, you're hit! Is your jet still flyable?
Jeez, a gunfight with just a banquet table between us. What, they didn't prepare any dinner for us?
Drossel 3, enemy plane at your 6 o'clock. Rank!
They're not getting through us today. Let's show them what we've got.
Rick, fire back! You can't stay down forever! The captain shot one down! I just looked that enemy pilot in the eye.
Damn it! We can't provide any cover for them from here!
We have to lure them over here. We can't let them go after the helicopter.
From what I'm hearing on the radio, it seems like they're in trouble.
That's because all you're hearing is radio transmissions from our side.
I got my hands full just trying to get them off my tail. Call for reinforcements. They're gonna get away. Who are those pilots?
Enemy tank confirmed destroyed.
Damn it! This is it. Fighter on our tail. It's over.
Calm down, man. This one's on your side.
Enemy fighters acquired. Moving to intercept. Missile hit!
Missile 5, break! Missile! Missile!
All we can do is do what we can with everything we've got. Target hit.
Enemy tank destroyed!
I can see muzzle flashes from the window.
Enemy tank destroyed.
Make sure we can pick them up the moment we get the signal.
The captain shot down a bandit!
I can't tell who's got the upper hand from here.
AA guns confirmed destroyed. Where did you bastards fly over from?
Very nice, Captain Snow.
Well, I can't let you folks have all the glory.
These guys aren't like the Ukes. They fly and fight differently.
Well, well, so this is the legendary Falcon Fighter Squadron.
We've broken into the command post. This is the enemy's nerve center. Whatever you do, don't shoot the president by accident. We can't protect this area any longer. Waiting orders. Hurry. The enemy's gonna start using desperate measures soon. Gilray, carry out Cook. You gotta do it. Don't waver now. We can't blow this wall with the explosives we brought with us. This is Sea Goblin. We've run into enemy fire from multiple positions in the castle. We're pinned down over here. Break down part of the wall for us.
Where's the president?
He's right here beside me.
Roger.
We're going to destroy the wall and get the infiltration team out of there. Got it? The area to be destroyed is displayed on your HUD. Aim carefully. Keep firing! Don't give the enemy a sense of advantage! That almost fell on top of me. We can get out through that hole! Run! The president has escaped. He's been taken by the enemy. The enemy's escaping out of the castle. And all our remaining teams over there now. If we let the president escape, it's all over.
Missile hit!
Fox 2.
Hurry! We'll cover you!
Fox 2! Fox 2!
Surround the president! Run! Run!
Shot down! Shot down!
We've made it this far. We can't give up that easily. We're going to do whatever it takes to protect the president. Get the wounded on board first! Don't worry about us. Just take care of the president.
The president's strapped in. We didn't leave anything behind, right?
Hurry up and leave the area. The enemy's gonna be here any moment.
Don't worry, I'll dodge it.
Hurry, it's getting away! I can't attack it. The escorts are in the way. We have the president in our sights. Do something!
Sea Goblin. We'll take on the enemy planes.
We're defenseless in the air. We're counting on you. Is that you? The lady with the pretty voice. Are you there too?
What the sky's swarming with enemy planes! Leave the bandits to our fighters! Just keep flying!
Andersons realize what's going on behind the scenes too, right? Just a little bit more! We're almost through! Oh, I'm fine. Let me take a look at that wounded soldier. I'm alright. Take care of him first.
Come on, get there!
We're all right. We're gonna make it.
Box 2! Box 2!
We managed to make it out of there. Mission accomplished.
Thank you, everyone. I appreciate your efforts. By the way, your voice sounds familiar. Are you... I thought so. Looks like I owe you another one.
Mission accomplished. President Harling was safely retrieved. The President is showing some signs of fatigue, but in general his condition is good.
When we got word of the President's return and ran up to the bridge, he was smiling and chatting with Pops and Captain Anderson. Apparently, he spent his days confined in the old castle, looking at the 7 Ground Zero craters right out his window, which served as the border between the two countries of North and South Belka. In the end, the Osean army couldn't take the Yuktobanian capital, and the war began to bog down. For Belka, who challenged the world to battle, but were crushed by the twin powers of Osea and Yuktobania, there could be no sweeter revenge. They had created the hatred between the two countries, hoping that the war would eventually exhaust them both. The military officials on both sides were playing right into their hands. The intelligence vessel continued to intercept the Yuktobanian army's communications. One message from Air Force Traffic Control contained a string of mysterious numbers. Latitude, longitude, a date and time, and one more set of numbers. The President had the answer.
Well, how about that? These are the numbers of votes I won in my presidential elections. Huh, this is from the first time I won, and here's the number from the election 2 years ago. This message was meant for me.
The coordinates marked a location within North Balkan territory. The date was tomorrow. The squadron from Sand Island became the President's personal air fleet, even as the official reports continued to state that they were shot down and killed. This was their new emblem.
We're carrying out a reconnaissance mission in order to obtain photographs of the enemy complex. After deciphering the code we received earlier, we've learned that the mining facility in the forest area northwest of Belka is active. An early warning radar network has been spread across the entire forest. To reduce the probability of enemy detection, this mission will be carried out by a single aircraft. Try to approach the target under complete electronic silence, evading radar and passive search techniques. Flying at low altitude is an effective method of delaying or denying enemy detection. You will receive instructions on your recon target from the Command Information Center upon arriving in the mission area. The CIC will monitor you from a support camera. Concentrate on slipping through the enemy radar net first. Your plane in this mission will be completely stripped of weaponry. Instead, it will be equipped with the necessary visual reconnaissance equipment. There is a chance you may encounter the enemy, but your recon mission always takes top priority. Once you take the photos, egress from the target area and return through the enemy defenses as directed.
Blaze, how you feeling? Solo flights can be real lonely, but that's what flying's all about, really. Take a look at your search radar. The enemy's radar range is marked out by those circles. Make sure you don't enter any of those circles, and fly to the east. The enemy radar's coverage area is smaller at low altitude. You want to see for yourself? Keep your altitude low and slip past the radar to go in. This is strictly a recon mission, so you will be unarmed. So unfortunately, you won't be able to destroy the enemy radar. Sorry. Maintain radio silence until you reach the destination. I'll then explain the target and how to photograph it. Got it? Make sure you don't get caught within coverage area of the enemy radar. Good luck. We'll go into radio silence in a moment. Hang in there until the next transmission. Target area. Cancel radio silence. I'm monitoring your status with a low-resolution camera. Something's being moved from the mine entrance to that transport plane. Okay, let's get a photo with the mine entrance and the transport plane in the frame. The camera's triggered by the missile launch button. Press it to take a picture. Photo received. I see some 8492nd Squadron members. And some planes with the Yuktobanian Air Force mark on them. The Belkans are sending aggressors posing as allies over to Yuktobania as well. Alright, let's get a shot of both countries' emblems next to each other for evidence. Now before the two planes take off, capture both of them in one shot. Got it? Okay, you won't have many chances to take this photo, so concentrate. Photo received. This is just the evidence we need. Nice work. They're coming up after you. Shake them off and return home. Make sure you come back through the return line, all right? By the way, Blaze, on the way back, you don't have to worry about the enemy radar network. You know that, right? Head straight home and don't wander off. Don't forget that you're unarmed. Takeoff complete. Engaging the enemy. Push it up. Put as much distance as you can between you and the enemy. Looks like the pilot can hold his own.
Enemy disengaging. Bravo 3. We're going after him.
Did you see that? I've never seen anyone climb like that.
Good work. Need a lift home, sir?
I knew you'd get back in one piece.
The enemy's withdrawing. Our mission is a success.
The recon mission in the mining facility was a success. The images taken clearly show aircraft from the Yuktobanian Aggressor Squadron parked next to planes from the mysterious 8492nd Squadron. We will continue to analyze the photographs you took.